Hello everybody, good morning to you all, good afternoon at this point, good evening to some of you. Welcome to the stream, and thank you guys for being here today. Hope everybody is doing okay. Do I want to work on some fishing? Yeah. Let's go to the south a little bit, and we can work on fishing for a little while to get things started. Jacob, Monica, Gray, Havoc, Mendy, Stevie, Diamond, welcome guys. Ghosts and Coffee, good morning to you as well. Welcome to the stream. Mr. Santa 78, good evening to you. Welcome to the stream. Fishing from this angle is really weird. It makes the bobber look about as big as the player character. It's apparently an enormous Titan-sized bobber. Very weird. It's probably just a camera trick, but it looks about the same size as us. Marson, happy Saturday. Welcome to the stream. Tommy86, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Alright, let's go back to town, we'll do a little bit of cooking, and then we have a run to Darnassus. I want to turn in the level 7 quest and grab the follow-up before we do anything else. Tommy, you lost your level 43 hunter near Booty Bay. I'm sorry, brother. That hurts. Yeah, I lost a level 39 falling off the boat that was leaving Booty Bay. Yeah, the boat dropped me in the middle of the ocean beyond Ratchet. And level 39 was tough. We were so close to getting the mount, and we had I think we had the money that we needed. We had a lot of gold. We died with like 27 gold on us, which really hurt. So, I'm sorry to hear that. Alright, yeah, let's make the run. And then we have a couple of things to pick up as well. We have to get the quest for the named spider. Is that Tears of the Moon? And then we'll grab Temple of the Moon. It's just a breadcrumb to go to the Temple of the Moon. It's worth a little bit of XP. Sven, happy Saturday to you as well. Richard, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream, guys. Primordial. What you don't understand is how some people are progressing all the way to Nax Ramus on hardcore. How can you get that far without dying even once? I mean, yeah, people do it. I haven't done it, so I'm not sure. The farthest I ever got was back on Bloodsail Buccaneers. I got to level 47, and I hadn't died yet. But I got burned out on the character, and we weren't finding any weapons. It was solo self-found. My guy could hardly kill anything, so I got to 47, and had I found some good gear and some good weapons on solo self-found, I felt like that character could have went all the way. Now that was a paladin. So we had bubbles, we had heals, we had all kinds of stuff to get us out of trouble. Yeah, I think it takes a certain kind of person to make it to 60, but then also to progress like through raids. I'm not sure though. But people do it, so... I think a lot of people that are successful, like, they have a class that they play. And, like, when I die, like, typically I play a bunch of different classes. But I think that people who succeed, maybe they have just a class that they play. And even when they die, they just keep playing that class. Until they know that class so intimately well that it becomes impossible to get killed by most things. That's a theory. Like, just absolute class mastery.
listening. Asha Fela. Farewell.
Zed, Mike, good afternoon, guys. Happy Saturday to you.
Hello.
Welcome to the stream.
Asha Fela.
Am I snowed in a little? No, not really. No, we got a little bit more snow the other day. We got a couple more inches here in southern Michigan the other day, but we didn't get any like how a lot of the country, like especially the Northeast, is getting absolutely hammered. Like no, we missed the really bad snow this time around. It got pretty cold again today. It's down into like sub-zero wind chill temperatures, but as for snow, I think we missed this big one. That's affecting a lot of people. Zed level 15 mage to Murlocs? Yeah, Murlocs are a menace, man. I've lost a handful of characters to Murlocs over in Westfall. The ones on the coast. I've lost a couple of like level 19 characters there. Murlocs and fireballs. It's the worst.
What brings you here? May the stars guide you.
Yeah, freezing rain can be worse than snow depending on if it makes the roads turn into like we call it black ice. Ice that is there but is so like thin that it's kind of impossible to see until your car is like skidding out of control. Ice is bad. At least when it's snow, if you have to drive a little bit, you can get some traction, but there's no traction on ice. Yeah, we could hope that eventually it'll be spring and all of this crazy weather will stop. But spring will probably just bring other crazy weather, like flooding and other worse stuff. It's, you know, it's what happens when you kind of mess up the entire planet over a couple of generations. The planet is angry. It seeks vengeance. And we don't have druids and shamans to, like, soothe the elements, you know what I mean? If we had some druids and shamans, like, we could soothe the elements, we could kind of, like, smooth it out with them, you know? Unfortunately, no, the planet's just trying to kill us all. This guy was so close to safety. It's so sad. Like, what killed you? There were, like, these sentinels watched him die. And they did nothing. They just watched it happen. He was so close. Like, these guys could have taken out any threat had he been, like, right here. That's really sad. I do think our next step here is to go into the dreaded Barrow Den. I'm not really looking forward to this part of the zone. but we have to do it anyway. Alex, good evening, man. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. We need mages that can conjure food. Yeah, like infinite resources for all. No one goes hungry. You would think you would see a lot more of that in Stormwind, like mages just on the street corner, like making food for people. But I still have to go to the inn and buy my food, so I don't think it would work quite like you think. Like even if there were mages that could make food, it wouldn't be free food for all. Like it would still cost money. And then there'd still be like alternatives. And then what if mages didn't want to make food all day? You know, what if that's not what they wanted to do with their lives? How do you deal with that? Do you enforce it? That's not a free state. Because, like, if I'm a mage, like, I'm probably not going to want to go into food service. You know what I mean? Unless the authorities force me to do that. But then again, I'm a mage at this point, so it's going to be kind of tough to force me to stand around and make food for a bunch of peasants. Like, I can kind of throw fireballs and stuff, so good luck telling me what to do. I should have interrupted the healing. I gotta put the interrupt back on my bar. We do have an interrupt, even as young as we are. Electron, good afternoon, man. Welcome to the stream. With the level advantage we have, I don't think this is going to be very dangerous at all, actually. This is probably like the best position I've ever been in to come here. They don't even have time to think about healing. They're like, oh hey, I'm in combat. Oh crap, I'm running away. One of the greatest things about being a melee class is that even when you pull multiple guys, you never have to worry about pushback. Like, you could pull multiple guys and your DPS is not going to drop. So you don't have to worry about spell pushback. Is that level 12? Oh, level 12, okay. So before we hit level 13, we're gonna want to go back to Elwyn Forest. Like, we don't have to go back now, but like before we ding again, we're gonna have to go back. We have a level 7. If you can believe it, we still have level 7 quests to do back in Elwyn Forest. I love that we're here in Teldrassil doing Night Elf stuff. It's gonna make this character's progress like so much smoother. And the fact that we're also a paladin, like already, like, it's gonna be great. Hey Alex, you were the time traveler for today? It's kind of a place of honor. I'm glad you rejoined us here in the present, though. Because we're literally just carving a path through the Barrow Den in a way that we never have before. And I'm finding all of the things like really easily. I found the first 2 items straight away. I found this guy straight away. Like, I found this guy before I even had to kill his body. Usually I've had to kill his body twice before I can even find where he's at, so... This is a pretty good start to the Barrow Den. Let's go ahead, we'll eat a little bit of buff food. Why not? Marlena, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Now we have to hope that our luck persists and that we can get this item off the shaman, like, pretty easily. Sometimes you have to kill like 1,000,000 shaman, other times it drops off the first couple of guys. Smacking the locals again. Yep. We're abusing the furbolgs here in Teldrassil again today. They've suffered a lot of abuse at our hand. That's true. One day they're gonna file like a class action or something against us. I don't know. Hey, at least we're not skinning them. That's what I say. They should just consider themselves lucky. Yeah, we're basically awful people. Like, wherever we go, all we do is kill stuff. We're responsible for the loss of so much life across the planet. It's pretty bad. Someone said if we can skin Worgen, gnomes should be skinnable too. Gnomes should be skinnable. Like, just in their own right, yeah. Because they're not really human, you know? I'm kidding, I love gnomes. Goblins. Okay, listen. Goblins need to be skinnable ASAP. I would really enjoy that if I could just skin every goblin I come across. Goblins are one of the most annoying races in the game. Vulpira, we should be able to skin the Vulpira. Obviously. They'd make a nice pair of gloves, you know, like one Vulpira per glove. CBC, I am well. Good afternoon, thank you for being here. Yeah, make the Vulpira useful for something if we could skin them, exactly. Yep, I never even unlocked the Vulpira. I unlocked every other Horde allied race. But I was like this close with the rep that you needed, and I could never make myself do it. I knew I was never gonna play one. Although they have that cool racial where they can set a Hearthstone like at like a little tent or something like that. Like they make a little base camp and they can set the Hearthstone there. And like that's really cool. If that racial still exists, that's a really cool racial. I wish I can just pick a random spot and set my Hearthstone there. Sorry, I had to blow my nose, and nobody needs to see that, so that's not why we're here. It's like freezing cold in my office, and I tried to plug up a space heater, but the space heater like tripped my power supply. I have like a battery backup, and I thought like safest thing, I plug this space heater into this battery backup. As soon as I had it plugged in, it was screeching at me. And so, yeah, so no space heater for me. So it's like freezing in my office today. And because of that, I'm leaking. So we have all the items that we needed to find. Now I have to find more shaman because we need the totem they drop. I really don't want to fight that guy. It's not necessary. And yet we're gonna fight him anyway. Podcasu, hello. Good afternoon, good evening to you. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. What add-ons am I using? We're using a couple of add-ons. We're using Questie for quest tracking. We're using Immersion for changing the quest text box. I'm not using any like AI add-ons or anything like that. Just a couple of quality of life add-ons. Yeah, I just killed this guy, didn't I? This guy respawns really, really fast. Let's go this way. What happens if you skin a morphed druid by accident? I wish you could. I mean, if they're in bear form, that means when they died, they were a bear. So I don't really know why we wouldn't be able to skin them. Kind of the same thing with these guys. Like, I think they're semi-intelligent, right? They're semi-intelligent. But I still feel like we should be able to skin them. What did I think of Pale World? I haven't played enough of it yet. I like it so far. It has a good mix of like Valheim and Pokemon. And when I was a kid, I used to love Pokemon, but what happened is like over time the game never changed. It was like, it was the same game. Like they didn't innovate. They didn't even make it look very good. Like even on the Switch, like the games kind of look like ass because it's 30 FPS. So I kind of like the idea. I can't tell if like the people who made Pale World, if they are people that used to like Pokemon and they're trying to like take it in a more mature direction, or if they're people who like secretly hate Pokemon and they're trying to make this like amalgam of multiple genres to kind of like incite people's rage. I can't tell like what the developers were really feeling, but it has to be one or the other. Yeah, it's pretty fun and it's pretty intuitive. I couldn't figure out how to make my roof like a steeped roof. That was like, I couldn't get the pieces to snap how I wanted. That was the only problem I had with like comprehending stuff. Now, if only the game doesn't have a boat. If it doesn't have a boat, then I'll get further than Valheim. Because in Valheim, as soon as I had to sail the boat, I couldn't figure out how to sail the frickin' boat. I watched videos, I read comments, I read like websites, and like I guess I need to learn how to ride in a real sailboat, and then maybe I'll figure it out. But I'm gonna play some more of it, and I can see how I feel. I kind of want to like get to a point where my base is like fully automated and like the pales are doing everything for me. I think that'd be a cool goal to work for. It feels like you're supposed to kind of like move towards that once you have guys that can do different tasks. I'm not sure why there are guns in the game. Like that's my like I haven't encountered a gun yet. I'm not sure why there are guns in the game. And I'm not sure why they are such realistic looking guns. That's the part that makes me think like maybe these devs want to like enrage people. Specifically maybe incite the ire of Nintendo. Because in the guns look a little bit too like realistic. They should have went with like more Monster Hunter looking weaponry. Boats suck. The only time a boat was good, like the Witcher 3 boat is pretty good. I don't mind the Witcher 3 boat. It's really straightforward. But yeah, boats. Zelda Wind Waker back on the GameCube had pretty decent boat controls. I figured that one out. But the Valheim boat is the worst thing ever created. I can't believe it's still in the game that way. Just let me push forward and have the boat go forward, and let me steer the boat how I want to. Just pretend like it's a motorboat. I don't want to simulate like a sailboat. I don't have any desire to play a sailboat simulator. I was doing good on that Valheim run too. I had my portals going. It was a good time. I learned how to kill trolls effectively, and then I couldn't defeat the boat. It was a sad way to end the run. I think Pale World has gliders. I saw gliders. And probably mounts. And gliders and mounts are much more fun than a boat. In my opinion. I see no shaman up here at all. I have to go back. How much rested do our characters have now? Let's take a look. Hunter has 70%. We're getting close to 100. I might just let her get all the way to 100%. And then we'll jump back onto the Hunter. And then we'll just spend a couple... It'll probably be like 2 days. We'll probably burn it all down in like 2 days. And by then, maybe we'll be able to jump back on the Warrior. And then 2 days after that, this character should have some decent rested. Yeah, at this point, I'm just going to let it get to 100%. And then we can go grind it all out in the Badlands. Oh my god, it finally dropped. Now, can I remember where to go to turn it in? That's the next question. Yeah, I guess that's the trick. Somebody wondered earlier, like, how do people get to 60? Well, I feel like if you were able to keep your character, like, this far ahead of the enemies you were fighting, if you just had the tenacity to grind levels out whenever you were falling behind the curve, then I think it becomes pretty easy. Like, we could pull a bunch of these guys, and they're not really a big threat. But it takes, like, 2 or 3 or, like, 3 to 4 levels, depending on what class you are. And if you can maintain a 3 to 4 level lead on anything you're fighting at any time, it probably makes success a lot easier. It's just that obviously as you get higher level, that becomes more and more challenging to actually do, unless you just want to invest a bunch of time grinding. Alright, now we have to go kill his body again. Alex, on your Hunter from 57 to 60, you just killed Furbolgs and Fellwood. You did that last stretch like super safe, huh? That's a really good idea. Like if you get to 57, just like don't even risk it trying to do quest, because you'd be questing in like the Plaguelands and stuff. The Plaguelands are gonna kill you. From 57 to 60. Yep. That's the way to be safe. Alright, I noticed our potions all just ran out. Let's go ahead and refresh our elixirs. I have more on a bank alt. Well, I don't have Troll's Blood Potion. But I'm pretty sure I have some of the other ones stored on my bank alt. I'll have to check that out. Good so far. Good morning to you. Welcome to the stream, buddy. One day I'll get to see a level 50 zone. I think it'll probably be on the Hunter. I think the Hunter's going to be the first character that I get to see the level 50 stuff. That's probably my best chance of survival as well. Am I on a US server? Yeah, I'm on Defias Pillagers, which is one of the 2 hardcore servers for the US. Yeah, in my opinion, Western Plaguelands is the worst because of the undead area. You have elites in there, you have like undead stacked, like just stacked. Row upon row of skellies. Some of them are fire skellies that deal burn damage, those are horrible. Some of them are frost skellies, like they're all so bad. It's all bad. Alex thinks Eastern Plaguelands is worse, but I think that's because he lost the character there. Like, the bats are bad, the bats have a fear, but it's like, at least where they are, it's kind of like open, like everything's kind of open, whereas like, is it the ruins of Anderhall or whatever it is, it's so like cloistered together. And then trying to clear to the cauldrons, like trying to clear to the cauldrons, especially if no one else is around, like, then taking on the name guy that spawns, ugh, I can't imagine. I die so much there, like, I remember being so frustrated in Season of Mastery. I don't remember much from Season of Mastery, okay? But I remember trying to get my warrior through the Western Plaguelands. And getting so frustrated. Probably more so than I've ever gotten mad in the game before. It was bad. And obviously, like, and that's on a character that can die as many times as I want. Like, you know, and I died so much that just having to run back was getting just frustrating. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel good so far. I feel like the openness of the East makes it a little bit better. They're both really bad. And it could just be that I've died more times. It's like, I think it depends on where you die more. I've died more times in the Western Plaguelands than I have in the Eastern Plaguelands. But then again, I think I also typically do more quests in the Western Plaguelands than I end up doing in the Eastern Plaguelands. Because what happens is, like, I get burned out of the Plaguelands in the Western Plaguelands, and then I do as little as possible in the Eastern Plaguelands. I typically peel out and go to Winterspring and just, like, try to finish up in Winterspring. I swear I'm trying to get out of here. Except I don't know if I'm doing a good job of it. No, I think I might have got myself turned around and lost. I am probably the only person that can get lost in this barrow den after 20 years. You'd think, like, a good rule of thumb, if I'm heading up, I must be going the right way. Yeah, Monica says, all the way up, not down. Right, if I'm going down, I'm probably going in the wrong direction in this case. Yeah, this is where I want to go, up here to the right. Somehow I just started going deeper into the shaft. It's bad. Very bad. Yeah, this place is pretty awful. I mean, this was a pretty good run though. We got lucky. The totem took a while to pick up, but like I managed to find all the items without a problem. The last time we were here, I couldn't find the third item for the life of me. We had like item 1, item 2, and item 4 on the list. And it took me forever to realize that like that item was back in like one of the first rooms we enter. So yeah, the last time we were here was much worse. I must like caves. Yeah, I mean, I don't dislike them. I think like the rule in hardcore is funny that says like don't go into caves. Like you absolutely have to go into caves. You can't just not go into caves because you're playing hardcore. It's not an option. That's right, the shaman. I feel like one time I was here, I actually had to leave and come back because the drop rate was so bad, and I kept filling up my bags, and I felt like I had to just leave and come back. I can't remember what character that was. Obviously having like a bunch of 12 slot bags helped this time around. I doubt I had 12 slot bags last time I was here. It was on the Dwarf Pally. The Dwarf Pally came here, didn't they? Yeah. It could have been on the Dwarf Pally. So, yeah, I think I have to be getting back to Elwyn Forest, I think. We'll turn this in. I think I'm gonna save this stuff for we'll come back here. Although, like, level 9, so we have to come back here by level 15. Yeah, we're gonna have to come back. We'll turn this one in. And, then... Well, I mean, how much is going to be left here, though? Can we finish here without dinging 13? Probably not. I don't want to lose any quests. So if we ding 13, I'm pretty sure this one goes gray. And I don't want that. So... yeah. I think we have a few more things to do here. We have to eventually come down here for the glowing fruits. Mossy tumors. We got the spinnerets. Maybe, and then there's a couple more quests. Enchanted Glade. Yeah, okay. So we'll be back here later. And then we actually still have stuff in Dunmorrow to do. So like the threshold to come back here, we want to come back here by level 15. To not lose anything. Our Hearthstone is set in Goldshire still, which is perfect. That's spectacular. Dustin, that's awesome, man. I'm glad you're enjoying the nighttime series. I'm trying to help people sleep, yeah. I'm the same way, like... when I wake up in the middle of the night, I turn on Dome Keeper, like Christopher Odd's Dome Keeper playthrough. Like, I turn that on. The colors and just like the music, it helps me just kind of relax to get back to sleep. So I definitely understand.
Hello.
I'm enjoying the playthrough because I get to see Azeroth at night. I don't get to see Azeroth at night anymore. And back in the day when back when I was in my 20s, I almost exclusively played at night, but I played on the Horde side, and that was so long ago that I don't even remember. And I was probably playing on like a toaster oven back then, so the graphic quality back then was probably really bad anyway.
Goodbye, dear Natris. Asha Felar.
Yeah, and I like the Warlock for the nighttime playthrough. It might be the playthrough that gets me to actually enjoy the Warlock. Is like the idea of playing the Warlock at night really fits. And then like just like their spells and their ambience go really well with the overall vibe. So I've been enjoying that. Alright, so yeah, let's hearth out of here. I think we're good just to go. We have all the flight points we can get, so yeah, we're good. Ooh, it's a rainy day here. Oh boy.
Need help? Light bless you. For the Alliance.
You need something? See you later.
Let's see, do I need to do any smelting? I don't, because we haven't been mining. That's right, the entire time that we've been in Teldrassil, we haven't been able to mine. Which is, you know, kind of huge. Kind of a huge setback. Do we have 2 shadows in my chat? You guys have to fight it out with a broken pool cue. Winner gets to stay. I can't have 2 shadows unless I have 2 light sources, so I don't know if this is going to work out. My goal is to be able to equip this today. We have, thanks to Alex, we have the Prospector Axe. Level 15, so I'm hoping we can slap this baby on by the end of today.
Be careful.
Preferably sooner rather than later. Is this a Pally quest? This is a Pally quest back here. And I should probably learn level 12. Also would be a great idea.
Light be with you. Go with honor.
Tome of Divinity, greetings! Dithorian Rawl, one of our most influential paladins, was speaking about you recently. I overheard him talking about how it was time you be put to the test. Along with some very complimentary things about how well you've performed thus far. If I were you, I'd head to Stormwind. Okay.
Light bless you. What can I do for
Stormwind. A Blessing of Might rank 2 is huge. Seal of Crusader, I'm going to train it. I'm not ever going to use it, but I'm going to keep it trained anyway.
Careful.
Alright, let's go slaughter some Murlocs. Because that is what we do. We're officially a warrior of the light with an axe equipped. Yeah, it's weird. The axes for Pallies are weird, yeah. I'm grateful that we can equip them because it opens up... Like, axes are for some reason like the most affordable weapons on the auction house. Maybe the game just has more axes than anything else, or maybe people prefer other weapon types. Because on the auction house, axes are always plentiful, and they're always priced more appropriately than swords or maces. So I'm grateful that we can use them. Because if not, we might be up the creek. I shouldn't waste money on... Oh yeah, of course, Alex, of course. But my OCD of like seeing it in the training log, like time after time, would overwhelm me. It's like I do a cost analysis. Is the OCD worth it? No, I'm not. I'm gonna not live with the OCD. I'm gonna clear it out. Yeah, ideally you would just leave it. But you know, I gotta do what's best for my mental health. And that is if I have the money, and I do, thanks to you. You have afforded me my bad habit of just trading stuff I'm never gonna use. You think there's more axes that drop in general? It feels that way. Whenever I try to think about blue weapons or epic weapons that I've seen in my life, they're typically axes. Is there a speed difference on axes and swords? I think every weapon has a different speed. Like, you can get fast swords, fast axes. I think you can, like, get a variety of different speeds across the weapon types. This one is really slow. Well, maybe not. Let's see. Let's see that, yeah, the mace is 3.3. These ones are very similar. I don't think I've seen many fast two-handers, though. Maces are generally slower. I mean, I guess that makes sense, but we'll keep an eye out. I feel like I've seen a fast mace before. Like a 1.8. Alright, that one is done. I got my revenge. I almost died to these guys, like, off stream. I thought I was just gonna, like, do this quest on my own before I left Elwyn. I tried to do it off stream and I almost died. Oh yeah, only one hand. Yeah, I was thinking about one-handers. Yeah, I guess like all two-handers feel like they're just going to be slow because, well, they're a two-hander. I don't know how fast that's going to get. Electron, you like the Murloc sounds? Yeah, they're not bad. There are more annoying sound effects. Usually they make people feel like paralyzing fear. Unexpected Murloc sounds are the worst. When you start hearing Murloc sounds, you were not ready.
You need something? See you later.
You like the sound of them dying, Alex? Yeah, that's a better sound.
What can I do for you? Have a good one.
Alright, let's go turn this one in. Oh gee, yeah, we have not even been out to the frontier yet, so how do I want to do this? I guess we will do some stuff here, and then maybe we finish up Elwyn, and then we go back to Dunmorrow, and then we go back to Teldrassil. That could be our leveling path. Do I want to come over here? If I come over this way, I might be able to get the gold schedule before I go out to the logging camp. Now, could I do the gold schedule right now? I don't know. Maybe if I had help out there, I could. Ah, yes. Mining. I can mine here. There's going to be nodes for me to find now that we're back in Elwyn. It's funny to think that the sound of a guy gurgling can cause so much terror in people. Yeah, I guess so. If you break it down like that, it sounds a little weird. That's true. The rain is coming down very aggressively today. I wonder if we'll get to see it change, or if it's going to do this the entire time we're here.
Good day to you. Safe travels.
Master, this time you hope we can defeat the boat boss? Yeah, this Pally's gonna make it all the way. It might take me like 2 years to get her there, but I have a good feeling about this one. Our human Pally on Bloodcell Buccaneers, like, he could have made it. But when you can't find weapons, it gets really hard to play the Paladin. When you just have zero access to weapons. Solo self-found was not kind to us. I think I'm going to let this stuff sit for now. I'm not going to try to rush the gold schedule. I think that would probably be a bad idea. At the level we're at, we can definitely take on Princess while we're out there. This was the run. Yeah, this is it. Says every hardcore player. Yeah. Every character is the character. That's true. You know, you kind of have to feel that way to keep going again. Yeah, this is the one. It's like, no, dude, you're level 12. Like, you're probably gonna die in 5 levels. Get over it. Yeah, it takes a long time for these runs, especially when you want to get them rested XP. Like, you could probably just make yourself grind through it all and just like keep on grinding, but that does not make things very fun. 3 characters might be the magic number. Between the Pally, the Warrior, and the Hunter, like cycling between them might be the magic number of characters to keep them fresh and to keep them like within rested XP most of the time. My only real regret is that we don't have a caster. We have a ranged, but we don't have any casters. I had 4. I had the mage that I was doing the immersive with, and the mage died at level 20. I did have 4. That's true. Yeah, well, you know, this would have been 4, I guess. But she's gone. I'll say, like, official hardcore has made it really hard for me to do, like, the other faction. You know, when it was solo self-found and you couldn't trade yourself and you couldn't amass resources on a server, like, then it didn't matter. I would flip-flop between them. Keep a horde character and an alliance character going, but, like, you know, the way it is now, it's really hard for me to think, like, oh, I'll do a horde character on hardcore to kind of keep it fresh. Because then I just think, like, well, I don't have access to my resources. I don't have access to anything that I've built up on the prior characters. Otherwise, I probably would have 4. I probably have something going on the horde side. Maybe a shaman. A shaman is, like, obviously the best reason to play horde side. Like, why play horde side if you're not going to play a shaman? And that's the real question. And sometimes I also toy around with the idea of a Tauren Druid. We had a lot of fun on the Tauren Druid that died in the Barrens back when I was just doing recorded stuff. That druid kind of became a powerhouse. Like, the ability to put, like, rejuve, renew, and then go into bear form. Like, having a renew and a rejuve on yourself in bear form makes you feel like you're just unstoppable. It's pretty good. Why did I come down here? I don't need to be down here yet. I'm just talking and running and not paying any attention to anything. It's a good way to play hardcore. You should be able to mail between alts no matter what server or faction. I agree. I agree. I'm pretty sure, like, in retail you'll be able to. Isn't that what, like, the warband is? You kind of already can do that in retail. Good so far. That Druid series is how you found my channel? Oh, that's awesome. I need to ask people that more often. I'm always really interested to know, like, what brings people to the channel. Like, what playthrough did you find that let you find my channel? The Druid was a playthrough that, like, it was the first character in hardcore that I thought I was going to quit playing before level 10.
For the Alliance.
Because the 1 to 10 journey was so arduous.
Go with honor, friend.
Like, casting Wrath over and over again and then having to drink, like, every pull. Oh my god, I almost quit. And then I got bear form, and then I was like, oh my god, I can just auto-attack? This is so good. It was such a relief to, like, be able to stop pressing the Wrath button that the playthrough got instantly better. And I really enjoyed that character. I thought that character was invincible. And then I backed into a bunch of dwarves that had torches, and the torches were like a 1 fireball cast, so they all got 1 fireball, which was bad. If they had just been melee dwarves, I probably could have survived, but it was the fact that they all got to cast a fireball that got me killed.
Greetings. Be careful.
Yeah, see, you guys all come from different playthroughs. That's really awesome. I mean, granted, I have like 1 million playthroughs. It shouldn't surprise me that it's all different. At the time, Alex, I might have been one of the only people doing like traditional Let's Plays of leveling content in WoW. It's not a very popular, Let's Play.
Well met.
That's one of the few things I have going for me. It's not a lot of people do this type of playthrough, and especially before hardcore existed. Like, people were not really doing it.
Go with honor, friend.
Yeah, the poor undead priest, where I had to make a separate video explaining how they had died off recording. So awful. All I wanted to do was eat a sandwich and take myself to the Zeppelin, start my day. The other painful one from back then was the troll mage. The troll mage was the result of just like me having a really bad day and bringing my bad attitude into the game with me. I got so stubborn, like I went into the town hall building in Hillsbrad on that mage like 5 times before I finally died. I had to run away 5 times. And then that last time was just like too much. Are you gonna make it, bro? Yeah, you're good. You're a priest. Do I ever rewatch the old deaths that I have had in hardcore? I don't watch them at all, no. I never go back and watch them. Nope. I think about them, and they just kind of sit in my memory, but I've never gone back and watched one. Not when I put the video together, not after I've published it to YouTube. Usually I spend some time, like, you know, picking apart what I did and why I died, so it's like I've already been through it. I've never felt the need to go back and watch the tape. Alex, you were screaming at the monitor, "Don't go back in! Why are you going back in? Get out!" Yeah, I can imagine. There was no reason for me to be there initially, but after running away 4 times and living, to continue going back in was like just a masterstroke of stupidity and arrogance. And just like succumbing to my own frustrations. Before I played that mage, I thought I hated classic mage. I was like, this is going to be awful. I'm going to have to drink all the time. I'm going to get sick of drinking so often. And then, obviously, I was having a lot of fun on it. And I started to think, this is it. This is the one. By the time we had Frost Nova and Blink and Mana Shield, I was like, this is the one. Somehow the mage is going to be the one that makes it. And they might have, all the might have beens, you know, you always think like, if not for the one time I did die, how far would the character have made it? If not for the one time I did die. I often have that thought. Yeah, what's the definition of insanity? Yeah, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting the results to be different. And then there was, I remember there was a shaman hanging out, and I thought like, maybe this shaman will help me. You never rely on someone to help you. Because they will not, when you're in the worst situation, like that's when they're not going to be able to help you safely. So that's when they're going to choose not to. When you really, really need their help the most is going to be the time when they have to think, I am not getting on that aggro chain. So really, I couldn't blame them. And this guy got killed. What killed you? A bunch of wolves, maybe some murlocs. Like you probably ran through this wolf while he was having like a chain of murlocs chase him. And then he died right there. I wish they could do like the bloodstain mechanic from Dark Souls. Where for a few minutes after somebody dies, if you find them in those first few minutes, you can walk up and see a little like shadow reenactment of what killed them. That would be really cool. Ryan, we're getting more snow next Tuesday? Yeah. Yeah, then it's going to warm up a little bit. Maybe the snow will actually melt. Right, maybe some of the snow will actually melt. If it, you know, at first they were like, it's going to be 42, and now the forecast says like 38. So I'm not really counting on it to hit 40. But if it gets to a point where some of the snow melts, that'll help out a lot. But yeah, a lot of the country is just getting annihilated right now, so I feel really lucky just to have what I have. Just to deal with what we had a little bit of break from the brutal cold, and then today it's like brutally cold again. Yeah. The day it hit 25 degrees, I was like, oh my god, 25 degrees? This is absolutely warm. Because it had been like, you know, single digits for highs. I don't need to fight these murlocs right now. I do need to focus up on finding the wood. Yeah, you've got one of those long driveways. That's never fun in ice. It reminds me of my first winter in Missouri dealing with the hills and the ice and like sliding. I slid past my house like 4 times trying to get to my driveway. Just there was a sheet of ice on the road and it was a hill, so the car just didn't stop. I couldn't get into my driveway. The 5th time around, I quickly cut into the neighbor across the street. I cut into their driveway, like slid into their driveway, then was able to back into my driveway. But yeah, just all it takes is a slight hill and some ice, and then you no longer have control of your car. And it doesn't even matter if you have 4-wheel drive, because then just all 4 wheels are now just slipping on the ice. There's no traction. The rain is so thick that it's actually affecting my visibility on the objects. That's hardcore. It's hardcore weather. You've been driving in it forever, so you should have developed an ability to deal with it. I think that was the insinuation. The insinuation was that you should know how to deal. Even when there's really nothing you can do. Like the only way to deal with ice is to not drive on it, but sometimes you don't have a choice. I should change my layer? Yeah, like I could ask for like a layer invite? I've asked for a layer invite in general before, and I think people like laugh at me. I've never gotten an invite to change my layer. Not successfully. But maybe I should. And also there might be some animals actually alive in a different layer. Another dead person. What killed you? Probably a bear and maybe a couple of wolves? You look like you were a priest. There's no excuse for a priest to die at this level. Would -9 Fahrenheit be cold for us? Yes, absolutely. So 32 degrees Fahrenheit is the temperature that water freezes. Water freezes at 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So -9 for us? Like if that were the base temperature, like not even including the wind chill, yeah, that'd be extremely deadly. Oh yeah, and I should only swap layers when I'm somewhere safe. That's a good point. Yeah, I could swap into a layer surrounded by prowlers. Which, you know, for me right now would be okay, but like not a good habit anyway. Nice, level 13. I have 2 talent points, which shouldn't surprise anybody. We're going to put them both into Divine Strength. There we go, increase your strength by 8%. Oh, we got some copper over here. Don't want to pass that up. Let's go stand by it and claim it. I should pull out my tag macro. Let's see. Just in case. We know how important it is to call out tag before we actually tag something. Let's see. Tag. What, you don't know about tag? Now we're ready to deal with interlopers who would swoop in and try to steal our tags. Now we're ready. Oh, there's another one on the other side. Tag is how we call dibs. We were taught by a very masterful player one time who got quite irate that I did not honor his tag that he typed out in /say. He was fighting like 2 spiders in a cave or something. 2 enemies. And he was kind of near the copper, but like he wasn't gonna be done with those guys anytime soon. So I walked up and I mined it, and he had said tag. He said tag in /say. He's like, I tagged that. And I'm like, oh. And so now we tag, because everyone's gonna honor the tag, because we're all very honorable people. While I'm over here... Well, no. No, we'll just go back. We'll go up and we'll find one of the guards. Do people ever listen to it? It confuses people. I don't listen to it because if I see something in the open world and the guy's fighting a bunch of enemies, I go up and I grab it. But I think it confuses people sometimes because they're like, oh no, someone's talking to me. Oh no. I think they get anxious when I hit them with tag, and then I hit them with what? You don't know about tag? Like they don't know how to take it, so they hesitate, and then we swoop in and we get the node. That's the tactic.
Light be with you. Farewell.
To sow confusion among them.
Safe travels.
I have a lot of cooking that I need to do. We should do that next time we're at a fire and get that all cleaned up. Maybe we'll fight these guys for the red bandanas today. Usually I go down to the farm and I do it down that way, but while we're up here... These guys are a little bit of a higher level, I think, too, so maybe we'll get a little bit more kill XP. That is if any of them are actually alive. What's the add-on that combines all the bags? It's called Bagnon. Bagnon. Yep, I can't live without it now. You've got sorting options. I think you can search. Yeah, you can actually type and search. Like, retail has a combined inventory system now, but Bagnon's is still better. I have a Pally quest eventually that comes back out here, don't I? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that if we went to talk to that guy in Stormwind, I think he sends us out here. Yeah, this guy right here, right? I'm pretty sure he's part of a Paladin quest. That I probably should have while I'm out here, but that I don't have. Also, there aren't a lot of living enemies on this island. Here we go. Let's prioritize the copper. Have they added it for the bank yet? I'm not sure. I don't know the last time in retail that I ever used the bank. It might have been back in, like, Battle for Azeroth. Dustin, you know what they say, man. It's time to re-roll. Just re-roll it. No harm, no foul. The Alliance will welcome you back with open arms. Alright, we aggroed a second one. I don't think we're in a lot of danger, but still could maybe be a little bit more careful. Alex, we're still alive. And we're still fighting green enemies. So, we are doing good. The drop rate could be better, but you know, that's almost always true. Journeyman's Stave. Alright. Nice. Dustin, you think the hunter could be the one? Yeah, I think so. I think that the hunter could make it to 60. We'll see. We'll see. It'll either be a hunter or a paladin, I think. I want to feel good about the warrior, but like we all know that with the warrior, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before I get in over my head, where like we can't fight our way out of a situation. Alex, I used 90% of my luck in the Warlock series. Yeah, I got all those bags. Oh my god. And like never have I needed bags more. It's on an AU server. Like I don't have any characters on the AU server and no money, and so yeah, like to get all those bag slots so fast. It makes me think that because it's a low population server that they somehow, like maybe they increase the drop rates on low population servers so that people like, they get items and they don't transfer their characters off. They're like, I'm getting so many drops here, I gotta stay on this server, I get epics all the time. I hope I just start to see like blues drop on that character. That would confirm the theory. That low population means higher chance of like good rolls. Right. Yeah. No, if I get an epic, it's supposed to be a chill series. I won't get too animated if I'll be like, oh, and we found an epic item. I'll just be like super casual about it. Well, let's run over and we'll get the other guard's body and we'll let all this stuff respawn. I think we should be good just to fight our way through the Murlocs. Even if I pull a bunch of them. We have heals, we have potions. We should be okay. I'm just gonna fight my way into them. Let's do a heal before we think about burning the potions. We'll just kill all the murlocs. We might as well fight to the chest now and get the chest. Initiate revenge. This is a cleansing protocol. Yeah, it's the genocide protocol. We just run into their towns and just kill everything in sight. We're doing this one Arthas style. All of these murlocs must be purged. Are you mad, Arthas? Very mad and angry. I managed to fill up all the mage weave bags. And now we can't loot a lustrous pearl. Oh dear. What have I done? What to do, what to do. Disciple's cloak, you gotta go. Alright, so now we go back to the island. I probably should go empty my inventory. But yeah, let's see if we can get the last couple items we need. It's scary how spot on that was. It can get pretty scary up in here sometimes. I left the mushrooms. Yeah, they can have the shrooms. I don't need them. The shrooms worry me. Of course, now they're dropping like tons of items. Let's go ahead. We'll use some of the scrolls. I'll do protection. I'll do spirits. That opens up a couple more slots. Having the sharpening stone going at all times would obviously be OP. Eating some of our buff food would be good. You know, we have options. I could probably drop the bandages, but I'd like to sell them in that case. The problem is that I had a bunch of cooking I should have done. I should have done a bunch of cooking and then sold the meat, but kind of missed that opportunity. And no, I just got lucky with that. The only real voice I can do is the Lego Batman voice. That's like my only voice, but it's a good stand-in for an Arthas voice too. But it's really the only voice that I have. And sometimes I just get lucky with it. And it just sounds good. How do I have 13 gold? Oh, I don't. I have 10 gold. I was given some gold. The gold that I was gifted accounts for about 80% of my gold, and then I sent some gold from an alt too. Actually, this might be the alt gold. I might have spent the gifted gold already. I think I sent myself this from a different character. Yeah, I have other characters on this realm. And they have a little bit of gold too. That's the good thing about it not being self-found. Gifted, handed. Yeah, I was handed gold. Right. I don't know what else to call it. You can call it streamer privilege. I cheated. If this character gets to 60, it's because I cheated. Luckily, cheating is not really against the rules. I didn't buy gold, no. I mean, if they had a WoW token, I would. But I wouldn't buy gold from like a gold seller. I don't trust them enough. It's like, firstly, it's against the terms of service. Secondly, I don't trust them. I'm not gonna put my credit card information anywhere but official BattleNet. So whenever there's a WoW token, I'll probably buy one. It'll happen eventually. And the economy is like already way inflated, so... The economy is already way inflated because people are fine buying gold from anybody. From bots, farmers. So yeah, eventually we'll probably have a hardcore WoW token. And a seasonal WoW token for SOD also, for whatever season's going on. It's really their only solution to combat bots. It's not the only solution, it's their only solution. Yeah, there are alternatives. I can't mine if I have a full inventory, turns out. I never joke about WoW token, I'm dead serious. If there's a WoW token, I'd go buy one right now. Just one. One would be all I needed. I think some people would want considerably more WoW tokens than that. But one would be good. Would let me afford my mounts on my alts and stuff. I wish we can get like stats on like how many players have bought gold in classic era from gold sellers. It's probably at least 40% of people. I feel like it's probably quite high. And to Blizzard, that's just like a missed opportunity to sell you something themselves.
You need something? Light bless you. Safe travels.
Inventory's full. Okay, okay. Let's go take care of the inventory problem. Maybe we could find like a cooking fire somewhere. That would be cool if we can do some cooking. Maybe we'll have to wait till we go back to Elwyn. You think 75% of people, Alex? I think 70 might be a little high. But yeah, it could be over 50% of people.
How are you?
I think it's a high number. And then I think once the WoW token gets involved, then that number probably goes up. Then I think more people are wanting to buy gold when it's not illegal. Let's save all the meat.
See you around.
I don't see a fire anywhere. There's a house. Where's the other house? Yeah, there's this house back here. Maybe he has like a little kitchen or a little stove pod or something we can borrow. Because if I can craft all this stuff, I can sell it all. We can get it out of the inventory. Yeah, we can do this right here. That's awesome. Yeah, as of yet, I haven't bought a WoW token in any version of the game. If I had played a lot more Wrath of the Lich King, I might have needed to, just to be able to afford, like, materials to raid. Potions, elixirs, all that good stuff. Because I don't grind enough to make the gold on my own, so if I had raided in Wrath of the Lich King, then I probably would have had to buy, like, at least one WoW token to fund my raiding. But as of yet, it's never happened. Maybe Cataclysm. Maybe Cataclysm will be the time. Yeah, it's a time over money thing for people, you know? Like, they could grind up the golden game, but that's going to take them time. And, like, some people don't have the time, and some people, like, if you're trying to raid log, if all you have time to do each week is to raid with your guild, but you want to be a person that always has your potions and always has your food buffs and then all that kind of stuff, then yeah, then it makes sense that you just buy a WoW token. Because if you're a person that doesn't have the time to grind up the gold, you still want to be useful in the raid, you're going to need to get your mats. Yeah, but if you play enough, you don't. But some people can't play enough. Some people are lucky. Like, I used to raid log. But in my guild, the guild provided a lot of the stuff that you needed, so it worked out to be fine. But if my guild wasn't giving me, you know, my flask and my food buffs and stuff like that, then I would have been shit out of luck.
Farewell.
Because there was no WoW token back then, and because with my work schedule at the time, like, I could not get on enough to get the gold that I needed. It was hard to carve out time. We raided 3 nights a week. And we raided because we raided all the raids, not just the current one. We'd go back and we'd do Nax and Ulduar even after Ice Crown was out. So we did 3 nights a week, 4 hours a night or so. And that was like all the time I could make. I just got lucky and had an awesome guild. I can't forget to go investigate the Jasperlode mine. Let's go kill Princess really quick, and then we'll go up there and we'll do that.
Go with honor, friend. For the Alliance. Be careful. For the Alliance.
Dustin, you tried out Pale World? It's not too bad. Yeah, it's fun. I think it's gonna be fun. Yeah, it's obviously like it's an early access game, so like a lot of the polish isn't there yet. Like there's not really a lot of music in the background. I think a lot of the sound effects are like placeholder sound effects. Some of the animations are obviously like placeholder animations. I think a lot of it needs a lot of work, but the dev said it's going to be in early access for at least a year. So, like a year should be enough time to like put a lot of polish on it. So yeah, I'm gonna play some more of it. I'm gonna put some time into it. And see if I can kind of like watch it change over time. So I think it has a lot of potential to be good. But it depends on like how much polish they put on it. And it also kind of depends on like the overall direction they try to take the game. I can't tell if the developers are people who loved Pokemon and they just wanted to see the game like be a little bit more mature. Or if they're people who actually hate Pokemon and they want to like get on Nintendo's nerves and see if they can push people's buttons. Like I can't tell like where the devs are really coming from with some of the design choices. So we'll have to wait and see. Like, it's Pokemon, but they can be equipped with guns. Like, that's not the game. The game has nothing to do with that. It's really like a Valheim game, in essence. But I feel like my only gripe, and I haven't got to this part of the game yet, the weapons that you can equip your pals with are a little bit too, like, photorealistic to actual weapons. They should have taken, like, a Monster Hunter route with their guns and made their guns more fantasy-esque. I think that, like, that would probably make Nintendo happy, and it would probably make some parents happy. It's not really a kid game. That's the thing. But I could see how a parent could look at it and initially maybe think it could be a kid game, and then they're equipping Pikachu with an AK, you know, and then people start asking questions. Why is this happening? Well, it's not a kid's game. We'll see if Nintendo doesn't like throw a fit about it. I'm not sure that there's much that they can do. Some of the monster design is obviously like very nearly directly ripped. Like my kid can point out what every pale Pokemon is based on. He'd be like, "Oh, that's a Eevee. Oh, that's a this." It's like, yeah, like they're clearly very clearly based on Pokemon designs. So I wonder if Nintendo will try to get on their case. I don't want to go too far in this cave, but I really want the copper, so maybe I will. Alright, I think I'll hearth back to Goldshire, and we'll save a little bit of travel time, because we have to head down to the farm to turn in Princess's bracelet. So yeah, we'll burn our hearth here, that's fine. I want to do a little bit of smelting and stuff, I think, too. Yeah, we have a little bit of work to do on our blacksmithing.
careful, light bless you. Go with honor, friend. Be careful, light bless you. King's honor, friend. Go with honor, friend.
Alright, let's make all of this copper. Yeah, Alex, I feel like they made the profession system in current retail, like, kind of convoluted. I remember trying to level up leatherworking when Dragonflight first came out. I was excited that they revamped the professions. But then I was not really able to learn, like, what I was supposed to do to keep leveling them up. The skinning was obviously fine, but, like, leveling up the leatherworking, I often felt like I needed materials, and I didn't know the source of those materials, and I was skinning like everything that I could. So I was always confused about where some of the materials had to come from. Maybe I was supposed to be buying them on the auction house, I don't know. Eventually I'll figure out professions. Maybe in War Within, I'll figure out professions in retail. I'll probably have to watch like 6 videos. Let's do the rough grinding stones first. Oh, that went green immediately. We'll do the rest of them anyway. I think I have what's training, Dustin. Yeah, I think I have it. Yes. I do have it. And it is very useful. It's useful for the times when I think that I forgot to train. Can he teach us any more patterns? Yes, he can.
Be careful.
Looks like our best bet for skill ups is going to be the copper chain belt. Yep. Oh, I need to stop though before I go to hit 76 because he can't teach us the next rank. We have to visit an expert. And that's only going to happen in Stormwind, so I'll stop right at 75. Okay, there we go. We're maxed out for now. It might be a good time to work on first aid if we're ever gonna start working on it. Might as well do it now. Did I spend my talent points? At some point I did. Did I do it recently? Yeah, I did. When I went to do it, I had 2 of them though. So there was a time when I did not spend my talent point. We'll see if I remember the one at level 14. What hardcore characters are alive? Yeah, the warrior's alive, hunter's alive. The only character that I've lost recently was the human mage that I was doing the recorded series with. So the mage is dead, but everybody else is fine. We are letting some people get some rested XP. I think probably by Monday, I think I'll be ready to jump back on the hunter. Because by Monday, the hunter might have 100% rested. Yeah, we're at 70% right now. So on Monday we'll jump back on the hunter. We'll probably get like 2 days, like 2 solid, maybe 2 solid days. We might burn it in 1 day, but maybe we'll get 2 days on the hunter, and then the warrior will be up, and then we'll just kind of cycle through. But if we're having a really good time on one or the other, I might stick on it. I won't let people hit 100% though. I'll try to make sure we spend it once they're at 100%. Even if we just jump on for a day to do some grinding. Yeah, the mage was unfortunate. It's my first death to a server lag. Like, the server lagged out. I don't know if maybe if I had force closed and came back in faster than I did, maybe I would have lived. I don't think so. Not with the mobs hitting us. Like, we had initiated combat when it lagged out. So, it was a rough one. We just hit level 20. I didn't even get to learn my portals yet. I got excited about portals because I forgot about them. I was like, oh yay, portals, traveling's about to get so much easier. Dead. And it was a fire mage. I was having fun with the idea that it was a fire mage. That was really cool. Yeah, it was a bummer. It was a bummer. We might need a mage back in our life someday. We'll see. It was about to get to the point where it was gonna become a lot of fun. We were gonna get blink and portals. Yeah. WoW giveth and WoW taketh away. Right, it gave me a level and it took my life. I'm at 50. I think 50 is where I need to be to learn heavy linen. So maybe I should be doing that. Yeah, I should have put the word end in the title. Because, I mean, I put the word end in there, it kind of spoils it for people, but also, like, yeah, if you're just waiting, like, if you're like, I'm gonna watch that when the next one comes out, and there is no next one, like, you might not know why. Sometimes you could tell by the comments on the video. Yeah, I should label it with the number at first, and I should put it up there with the number, and then after a day or so, I should switch the thumbnail to say end. So that people understand, like, the character is dead. That should be what I do. Like, number for a couple days, and then I change it.
You need something? Have a good one.
Yeah, level 20 is a very common time to die. It's probably the most common time to die, like, past level 10. Usually people die in the 20s. You start to, like, a couple of things happen. You start to feel more powerful. You know, and then sometimes you just get yourself into bad situations. But 20 is, I've lost so many characters between level 19 and level 25. That's been like the most common area for me to lose characters, 19 to 25.
Well met. For the Alliance. I buy and trade. Careful.
Alright, that is about all we can do for crafting, so let's head south and we'll turn in Princess's Collar. And after that, I mean, I guess we need to run back out here. We don't have to do this right now, it's level 10. I'm not sure if it would be better just to get it done. And then we can go to Dunmorrow. We don't want to hit level 16 before doing this. Maybe we should try to get the gold schedule. Let's do that. Let's turn this one in. Let's go do the Knoll stuff. And we'll see if we can get the gold schedule to drop. That way when we do head back out here, we could try to get the collector. Yeah, let's do it like that. Did I ever do the raid for Guardians of the Dream Story? I killed the last boss. I killed Fyrak or whatever it was. But the problem with it was there wasn't a unique cinema that played. The cutscene that played after you killed Fyrak, we already got to see that one when I finished the story quest line. So, like, it just replayed that cinematic where, like, Alexstras's eyes go gold and they all channel their power into the thing. Like, that's what plays when you beat Fyrak. So it didn't seem like there was, like, a different ending. But yeah, I one day I did get on, I did LFR, and I killed Fyrak on my own. Well, it was two bosses. It was some dude and then Fyrak. It was like the main druid guy. And that was fun. But we'd seen all the story stuff in the playthrough.
Need help?
The only thing that I missed on the recording was there were some stay a while and listens. There was like a little party afterwards with some decent stay a while and listen segments that I didn't catch on recording.
Have a good one.
But other than that, I did all the story stuff.
Be careful.
I thought there would be a lot more story in the patch that came out the other day, but it was like 2 quests to do Gilneas, and then there wasn't like another campaign. There's no campaign chapters. So that was kind of sad. I was hoping for like some more chunky like story content to play through. But it feels like they only do like big chunky story content campaign when there's a new raid. It was very short and disappointing. Yeah, exactly, Marlena. If it had been like a 7-chapter story similar to Guardians of the Dream, I would have liked to have had time to like... I know we're supposed to know Gen, because Gen's been around for a long time. But Gen has never been a character that we've done a lot of things like really close with him. He's kind of a character that's just there around the other main characters. He's never really a character that we have done a lot with outside of like the Worgen starting zone. So I would have, and then his daughter also, even though she has been around, she's not a character that we spent a ton of time with, like with our boots on the ground with her. I would have liked a nice, girthy campaign to take back Gilneas, like maybe some intrigue in the beginning. Like, I wanted to see more hostility and just working through things with the Forsaken, like how they would be able to move forward and to work together. But I wanted to be able to get to know the characters a little more, because then they tried to do their big mushy moment in the cutscene where we're supposed to have all these big feelings and talk out our problems. But since I don't feel like I know either of the characters, the cutscene was sappy and it was a big miss.
Go with honor, friend.
It was something that could have been a nice moment had they taken the time to build it up. But they just took your relationship with them for granted, and I didn't have a relationship with either of those characters.
Bless you.
So it was a big miss for me. Yeah, they could have done a lot more with the friction with the Forsaken, and Callie and Menethil should have been a much bigger part. We should have had to do quest for the Forsaken to help them earn the trust of Gen and his daughter. Like, there should have been stuff that we had to do to, like, even be able to have them work together.
For you.
It shouldn't have just been a gimme. There could have been a lot more. And, like, I get it. Like, they didn't have time to do it. But, like, if you don't have time to do it right, you know what they say? Like, if you're not going to do it right, don't do it at all. I feel like that kind of applies to the Gilneas campaign. Because it was, like, after 10 years or whatever of them not having their city, it was just a really, like, quick and, like, just empty couple of quests. Somebody grabbed that note. Oh, no, they didn't. There it is. Yeah, it could have been a lot better. That's all. It needed to be an entire campaign with a raid. Like, we should have had... The raid should have been, like, the core of the city. Like, the main district of the city. Or maybe, like, the palace complex. Like, whatever. Like, there should have been a big story campaign. And it should have culminated in, like, a... Maybe not even a full raid. Maybe, like, a 4-boss raid. That would have been cool. Or a mega dungeon. Maybe it could have been, like, you know... The Gilneas... main square mega dungeon. I don't know. But I feel like it could have been done better. I also expected, like... I expected the new Night Elf area to be like a full-fledged area. With world quest and side quest, the way the Emerald Dream was. And it's not that. But it is a place where you can go hunt down some pretty cool cosmetics. If you just want to fly around Methelron and like look for like cosmetic stuff, there's some pretty cool cosmetics to find. But that wasn't really what I wanted. Like, I wanted like another zone to do world quest in, with some side story content. Maybe some phasing to see the town like grow up over time. Was kind of what I wanted. And then the archaeology thing, like, don't get me started on the archaeology thing. I finally figured out the archaeology minigame. But even when I figured it out, like, it's not something that's for me. I think it's for people that wanted archaeology to be like a real profession in the game and it never became like a good profession. I think it's for those people. It didn't do anything for me. But I've still been getting on every like few days on my own, and I've been doing some world quests. Killing like the big elite guy. Trying to get that champion gear. I've still been logging on and doing that on my shaman. And it's been like as frequent as I've logged into retail for like 10 years. Has been like the past like month or so. I've been like pretty consistently getting on a couple times a week and at least clearing the Emerald Dream of World Quest. So that's been nice to do. To feel like I have like some connection to retail right now. Whereas prior to doing the Emerald Dream stuff, like I didn't feel like I had any connection to any of it. I'm kind of like regrowing those threads. But I think it's going to take a long time for them to like firmly reattach. And then basically, like, I need War Within to be amazing. I really need War Within to be a really good game. It doesn't have to do anything, any one thing specifically well. It just has to be really fun to play. And I want the storytelling to go back to being fun and exciting. I want the cutscenes to go back to being fun and exciting. I really wish, like... If they're gonna continue to have characters be as shallow as they are, and that's fine. I want to get rid of all, like, the, like, really drawn-out, talking, emotional cutscenes. Where now the characters have to hug every time they talk. If they're not gonna spend a lot more time developing their characters, I want them to move back away from that. And get into some more exciting kinds of storytelling. And let my character be the focus, and, like... And just the stuff that's going on be the focus, and like less so on like the emotions of these characters who I don't really have a big relationship with. Darren, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Mark, what happened to the other Paladin? My level 39 Paladin fell off a boat in the middle of the ocean outside of Ratchet. We got on the boat from Booty Bay, and I was too close to the edge of the dock, and I clipped into the side of the boat, but I didn't fall out of the boat when the boat started to move, so I thought, okay, this is fine. We're stuck inside the boat, but we didn't fall out when we left the dock, so we should be okay. We zoned into Kalimdor, and I fell through the boat into the middle of the ocean, where I died. Yeah, I drowned to death falling off a boat, which is one of the most mundane ways that you could die in World of Warcraft. It's like a way you could die in real life. You could fall off a cruise ship, just drown in the middle of the ocean. Like, it was too mundane for comfort, but you know, it's what happened. Yeah, level 39. We had 27 gold on us. I lost 27 gold. Rip. Alright, these potions are gonna last like an hour, so like what I want to do, I'm gonna send some more over from my bank alt, I think. I don't have any Troll's Blood potion, but I have armor and I have strength, I think. So it takes an hour for the mail to arrive. I'm gonna send them as soon as I can. So I'm gonna do that really quick. If I have it, I might have sent them all to the warrior, now that I think about it. Let's see. No, I have some. Fortitude, strength. Let's see if we have anything. We have this, but it's only level 29. Let's check our bank. Oh, yeah, we're good. There we go. I'll send the rest of these like that. We'll send these. Yeah, we'll send all the low-level stuff over to the Paladin. There we go. We'll see if we can get a little group together here for Hogger. Will the gold schedule drop this time? I'm not sure. The deed is a different item. The deed is the item that goes to the Furbrows in Westfall. I've only had that drop a couple of times in my life. The gold schedule I can usually get it to drop. There have been 2 different runs where I just haven't seen it at all. There was one time me and Johnny killed like 200 of these guys. Like literally it had to be like somewhere around 200, I'm not exaggerating, 200 actual mobs, and we didn't see it drop. I started to think like maybe you couldn't even get it to drop in a group. That's how bad it was. And then I started to think that maybe because I was a night elf, maybe that's why it didn't drop. It was crazy. We just slaughtered the camps over and over and over again. Like we almost died a couple times. But it never dropped. So yeah, we'll see. I've got all the armbands I need. Now we're after the gold schedule and Hogger. Trying to see if anybody else in the area needs Hogger before we find this guy. Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun. I just wish that the fun had culminated with the gold schedule actually dropping. That would have made it even more fun. If we'd have got to kill 250 guys and then finally the gold schedule would have dropped. But it never did. Yeah, we should be fine. I'll keep an eye on this guy's HP, and I will definitely give him a couple heals here. Probably give him might too, would be good. I got it off Hogger one time, and I was told that that was very rare. I was told it's very uncommon to get the gold schedule off Hogger, but it happened for me once. It makes sense that he would have it. It makes sense that, like, being the boss, like, he would have a higher chance to have it, but apparently the opposite is true. We'll fight them for a while. It's a decent spot to grind. They're not really that dangerous to us. We can take on entire groups. So I don't mind if this takes a little bit. I kind of want to loot this chest. Can we take 4 of them? One of them is a level 8. I feel like that increases our chances. Hey, we didn't get the last guy, so that's perfect, actually. Dragon's Bane fun fact, Hogger's health is the number of the beast. Is it 666? That's the number of the beast, right? I didn't know that. Alright, level 14. Let's put our last point into Divine Strength. After this, we're going to go 5 points in Seal of Righteousness. As far as what is trainable at this level, Blessing of Wisdom, Holy Light, Okay, we're good for now. We get Righteous Fury? What did we get? We got Ret Aura at level 16. So Ret Aura we'll definitely want to go back for. So you're leveling as Holy. I'm leveling as a leveling spec whereby I pick the best talents for myself at the level that I'm at. And so, like, yeah, like, I'm not really saying that I'm going to be a Holy Paladin, not at all. No, I mean, we're going to be fighting stuff. I'm going into Holy because you get Divine Strength here, which is 10% increase to your strength, so you absolutely need this. I'm going into Improved Seal of Righteousness because I'm not going to be taking Seal of Command. I'm going to be taking Seal of Righteousness and focusing on that, so I'm going to grab this. I might even come so far as to grab Consecration for times when I want to tank Dead Mines or Wailing Caverns or any low-level stuff. After that, we'll be jumping back into Ret. So I am going into Holy, but it's because those are some of the best damage-dealing talents for me for right now. It's not like retail where like you go into Holy and like you're a healer. For most classes, you spend points across multiple talent trees in Classic. The exceptions are like if you're going to be a Frost Mage, you basically go all into Frost. If you're going to be a Fire Mage, you basically go all into Fire. But for most classes, especially at early levels, you'll put points into a couple different trees. Kind of the best thing about Classic is like you get to be your whole class. You're not constrained to just being one spec. You get access to all of your specs. Yeah, and all we'll need to do to tank, we just gotta throw on a one-hander and a shield. One-hander and a shield, and we're good to go. We're as good as we're ever gonna be, because paladins never get a taunt. So even if you go like full into protection, like you don't get a taunt. So if you have Consecration, at least with Consecration you can have some threat in an AoE. Uh-oh, we have a Bagnon issue. We need to do a reload. Let's see if that fixes it. There we go. Alright, so we still haven't gotten the item, and when we hit level 14, a lot of this stuff went gray. So unless it's level 9 or above, like the level 8 guys, we're not going to get XP from anymore. We'll heal after we kill this guy. We don't want to run right into Hogger. That would probably not go splendidly. At least I'll be able to work on first aid. Yeah, I probably won't need a lot more linen after this. We'll probably be ready to move into wool, which I won't be getting for a while. It seems that luck is not really on our side here today. I'll keep killing them for a little bit while. I don't really mind. I mean, they're not worth a lot of XP at this point, so how much time we want to spend here is questionable. We'll do some more. It's like a 3% chance to drop. Sometimes you get it really fast, though. This was not one of those times. If I fill my bags up, then I'm out of here. If it's 3%, I need to kill at least 300. Yeah, you would hope the probability wouldn't work out like that, but the problem with probability is that I could kill 300 and there's still not a chance, there still is a chance that it wouldn't drop, you know. It's like, yeah, that could be the way to go, but it still might never drop. It might just be one of those playthroughs where it doesn't drop. We're gonna have scrolls of spirit for days. Yeah, I feel like most of the time when you're going to get it, it typically drops while you're trying to get the armbands and while you're going after Hogger. And most of the times when it hasn't dropped during that process, I don't get it. I often don't get the item. So yeah, maybe we'll fight our way out of here and perhaps we will move on with our lives. It's not like we're really hurting for the quest with all the zone hopping that we're doing. We'll take out a couple more camps on the way out, and we'll see. Overconfidence, death? No, not at this level. We had some bad RNG. But, you know, we have lots of tools to not die. Now we have to be a little bit more careful, now that we don't have our shield up. That being said, what we do have, we have lay on hands somewhere. Yeah, we're fine. There we go. Lay on hands. No, we have contingency built into contingency, so... We had a dodge and a parry, like, back-to-back early on that kind of messed that one up a little bit. Just a couple bad rolls. I had guys were dodging and parrying a little bit. I popped Divine Protection just to be safe. Alright, well, I mean, we tried. We killed, like, we killed over 50 of them. I don't know if we quite killed 100 of them. We may have hit 100. But we did not get the gold schedule. We did get Hogger, so that's a big plus.
What can I do for you? Light bless you. Go with honor, friend. Be careful.
There you go, Alex. Let's go ahead and we'll train level 14.
Greetings.
Holy Light 3 would not be bad. Yeah, like some of those heals we put on ourselves, if they had been a little bit stronger, that would have been better. So, yeah. I'm assuming that my macro is going to automatically use the next rank. 'Cause we didn't have a problem in the past. Yeah, it should use just whatever the current rank is, right? If I don't specify.
Looking for something specific?
Alright, cool. We got about 17 stone knoll hammers. At a silver a pop, that's pretty lucrative actually.
See you later.
If you're going to drink as much coffee as I do, remember to hydrate. Yeah. Otherwise, you'll dehydrate. Apparently. That's right. I can't work on that right now. I should have stopped in Stormwind at some point. Because I'm maxed out on blacksmithing. And I really don't want to be maxed out. Nancy, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. I could talk to Marshal Dugan, though. I could turn that quest in. I feel like we get a pair of pants for this. My pants are already quite good. So we'll see.
Light be with you. Go with honor, friend.
Yeah, like, these are not better. So, okay.
Be careful.
I should have taken the staff to vendor it. Zudin, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Dustin, you find the rain in Elwyn relaxing? Yeah, I think I'm finally over my PTSD from when my basement flooded. Like, I can almost relax to the rain sounds as well. Because for a long time, after my basement flooded, and we were up for 4 hours using a shop vac to suck water out of it, I was like, I had PTSD. Anytime I would hear it rain, like in real life or in the video game, I would start to get anxious. But I think I'm finally getting over that. I'll get over it completely just in time for the spring rains. And then I'm sure we'll have like some kind of repeat performance. The goal is to one day live somewhere that doesn't have a basement. That's the goal. And then I can just let it pour. It can pour outside and I don't have to care. Preferably a house up on like 5-foot stilts would be ideal.
Need help? For the Alliance.
Yeah, it's where both of our offices are, down in the basement. I mean, all the computers and stuff are off the floor. Like, nothing completely crucial is touching the floor. And it's only partially finished, so thankfully there's not a lot of drywall, and there's no carpets that are not like throw rugs. We have a couple throw rugs. But it's a concrete floor, thankfully. So when it did happen, like, we didn't really lose much. We have all of our stored stuff in Rubbermaid, like Tupperware, not Tupperware, but you know, like the big rubber bins. We don't store stuff in cardboard boxes, so thankfully we didn't lose a bunch of stuff. But it was still pretty traumatic. It was like multiple inches of standing water, and I've never really experienced anything like that before. Yeah, see, my PC is on the floor, but it's on a rack. So I have, like, it's a rack that keeps it, like, it's about 5 or 6 inches off the floor. But I don't have it on my desk for that reason that I kind of worry, like, if I were to spill anything on my desk, even though the PC's raised up again a lot, like, I don't like my PC on my desk. So I need to have it on the floor. It just can't be on the actual floor. So thankfully, I've always had it up on, like, a rack. Dustin, you remember when I got the new PC? Yeah, when was that? It was right before Wrath came out. It was over a year ago now, I feel like. It was sometime around Wrath. I remember like, yeah, it was sometime around Wrath. At the same time, I also tried to switch over to using the Shure SM7B. Like, I tried to switch over to a new microphone. And I wasn't really streaming at the time, so I didn't really need the Shure. And the Shure ended up being like a bunch of problems for my content. I remember like being really happy to have the new PC, but then like then trying to go to the new microphone at the same time was like a really bad idea. I tried to change too many things all at once, basically. And I didn't fully understand like how the Shure SM7B was going to work. I thought I did, but I didn't. The biggest problem I had with it was that in my recorded stuff, it recorded mono sound only. So then I had to like do some trickery to get it to be like fake surround sound, and it just wasn't worth it. The audio quality of the Shure wasn't so much better that it was worth finagling with it. The old PC is running still. Yeah, it is running now. Well, it might be running right now, actually. I don't use it for much. Every once in a while, my wife will use it, or my kid will play WoW on it or something. Other than that, it just sits there behind me. Like, the Shure SM7B would be perfect for streaming because, like, OBS handles it well. Like, OBS has an easy way to, like, deal with, like, the way the audio works for the Shure. But when I record stuff, I use NVIDIA Shadowplay. And NVIDIA Shadowplay does not have an easy way to deal with the audio. And I wasn't streaming when I tried to use the Shure, so I might have had a different experience with it had I been streaming at the time. It might have been worth it to keep it around. Someday I might try it again. But I don't think the audio quality, even when it was working, was so much better that it was really worth it. Like, I have the Yeti X now, and like, I've never had a problem with it. And it seems to be good enough for what I do. JP, good afternoon, good evening to you. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Oh yeah, the rank 3 of the heal is much, much better than the rank 2. That was really nice. Yep, now we're good. LS, how often do I lift weights? Usually 4 or 5 times a week. I pulled a muscle in my shoulder blades a few days ago, so this week, not so much this week. I made a mistake. Yeah, usually 4 or 5 times a week. Back when I was just, like in my early 30s and my late 20s, I would do like 7 days a week and was really like hardcore about it. But yeah, I'm older now. I'm turning 40 this year, and I basically just do it out of habit. There's a little thing in my brain now that like when I go too long without working out, it's like, hey, you're gonna work out, right? Hey, you want to lift those weights, right? Hey, you're gonna do that, right? You're gonna do that, right? Like, it's like a little nagging thing that bothers me when I don't do it, because I've been doing it for about, if it's been 19 years. I've been weightlifting for 19 years. I've been weightlifting for longer than a lot of adult humans have been alive. It's kind of hard to accept. Basically, like, almost the exact amount of time that I played WoW. Highest level in hardcore, level 47. Not unofficial, but back on Bloodsail Buccaneers, when we were doing solo self-found. We got a Pally to level 47, and he didn't die. It was solo self-found, and I could not find him a weapon, so we had like a 12-level old weapon, and I couldn't kill stuff anymore, and it got super tedious, and I retired him. I retired him at level 47 before he got killed. And then on official, level 39 was the highest on official hardcore servers. No, level 41 now. We have the hunter. Guys, we have a hunter. The hunter's level 41. So level 41 is now the highest. And she's still alive. Probably get her to level 42 this coming week. One day I'll get a level 60, and then I'll be a real WoW player. I'm sure I'll get a lot more respect once I get a level 60. Someday. I could keep killing these murlocs forever, but we are done with the quest. I'm gonna work my way over here though and get this copper node. Zuden, you're yet to even try hardcore? It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. The cool thing is that if you try hardcore and you get killed, on official hardcore you can transfer your character off. And you can level them up on a regular server. So it's like you don't have to lose any progress. It's just that when you die, you are done for the hardcore server. Your character has to go elsewhere to continue leveling. But it's kind of neat for people because they can kind of put their toes in without being like fully committed to losing progress. Camping King, good afternoon, good evening to you. Welcome to the stream, buddy. The good news is when we're done over here, we can hearth back to Goldshire. Although, like, maybe we should go get the flight point for Redridge. We're level 14, so the run would be safe. We don't need to do any questing there yet. But it would probably be nice to have the flight point for later. We could do our future selves a favor, because we're not going to really be back over in this area naturally.
What can I do for you? Light bless you.
So we might as well do it now.
Go with honor, friend.
And then we could still hearth back to Goldshire if we want to. Or we could just fly back to Stormwind, because I think that the next stuff we're going to do is going to be over in Dunmorrow. Yeah, we don't have anything else to turn in back here.
Need help? Light bless you. Go with honor, friend.
Alright, yeah, let's do it. Let's run over to Redridge, and then we'll fly back to Stormwind. While I'm in Stormwind, I have to remember to train blacksmithing. I mean, we could do it in Ironforge too, I guess. Either way, it'll be on the way. Alex, apparently Stormwind and Ironforge portals are only at level 40. Like a mage portal? Yeah. I mean, the teleports are level 20, right? But the actual portals for other people to go through are level 40. I thought that's how it worked. Yeah, you get personal teleports at 20, and then group portals at 40. I have a bad habit of just calling them all portals. Even though the first ones you get are technically teleports. I will grab this so we don't have to worry about grabbing it later. We'll be back out to see him anyway, I guess.
Be careful.
But we'll just grab it now. Yeah, I think Theramore is 40, the same as the others. Yeah, they're all just 40. I kind of want this copper vein. I don't really want to fight anything here necessarily. Theramore teleport isn't in vanilla. Oh, it was added in BC. Did they add that in when they put a bunch of new content into Dustswallow? I don't think I've ever gotten a mage to 40 in vanilla era. We had a mage we leveled, you know, in BC that definitely got that far, but not in vanilla era. But then again, in vanilla era, there's not a lot to do out of Theramore.
Need help? Or the Alliance? Go with honor, friend.
Maybe I'll grab the Mayor's Quest to run around to, like, go to Stormwind, go to Westfall, and to talk to the leaders there, because I often miss that one. And now I'm wondering if maybe we ought to have run out to Westfall and kind of grab the flight point while we were out there fighting those gnolls. Because now we have this level 10. We're going to have to take care of that before level 16. The price of shoes, I think, is... Yeah, we need to grab this. This takes us to Goldshire.
See you around.
Let's grab that one now. That kind of makes me just want to hearth out of here. We can hit up Goldshire, then we can make the run. Maybe we even run over to Westfall for a minute before we go to Dunmorrow. This is the inn, and we need to go into the town hall.
Well met. Be careful.
Can I help you? For the Alliance. See you around. For the Alliance.
Let's run through Westfall. We'll do like the breadcrumbs. The one breadcrumb takes us to the Saldean farm, and then the other turns in at Sentinel Hill. And that way we don't have like the low level breadcrumbs hanging out in the quest log. And then we have the flight points, which is also really good for later. Alex, you think the Warlock is the most OP class? Yeah, maybe one day I'll be able to try a hardcore Warlock again. I've got them killed at very low level, and then we had a Forsaken Warlock for a bit, and that one just didn't really work out. Maybe someday. I'm liking the Warlock and Sod in my nighttime leveling series. That's feeling pretty good, surprisingly. Yeah, that's what it was. It's like I don't mind boring rotations. I think the rotation on the Warlock made me complacent, because nothing was ever hitting me in the face, and it was a very simple, like, dot, 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 wand, 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 and the Voidwalker can tank, like, 4 guys. I just would get very complacent on it, and my mind would wander, which can, like, lead to problems. And also makes me feel kind of disengaged. That's what it was. I feel... I don't know, I always felt disengaged from what was happening with the combat. It's like, throw up 2 instant dots... The pet goes in, you're wanding, you win.
How are you? Safe travels.
Hey there. Have a good one. See you later.
Okay, so I don't really want to do anything here. I want to turn in the breadcrumbs, and that's basically it for now. Yeah, maybe it gets more interesting as you get into like the level 30s and 40s and stuff, I don't know. I've never gotten a classic era Warlock higher than like level 15 or 16. We got the one Warlock ready the one time to do Wailing Caverns. No, not Wailing Caverns. It was Ragefire Chasm, right? We got ready to do Ragefire Chasm. We finally found a healer. It took us 2 hours to find a healer. Finally, we had a full group together. And then our tank died. We were all headed to the stone, and the tank dies. And I think that was the last time I played that Forsaken Warlock. It just left such like a sour taste in my mouth.
King's honor, friend.
It had nothing to do with the class either. It just like was, those circumstances were awful. It was awful to like be a DPS, to finally get into a run
Hey there.
after looking for a healer for hours and then have the tank die on the way to the run.
Farewell.
It's bad.
Have a good one. Well met. Be careful.
I keep taking all these quests, but like my yeah, I'm gonna fill up. My log is gonna fill up like pretty quickly. And if so, I'll abandon some of these. We'll just pick them back up later. I don't even remember. I guess that Warlock must have been back on Bloodsail Buccaneers, actually. That might have been one of the later characters, like when we knew about official hardcore, it might have been one of the later characters that I made back on Bloodsail Buccaneers, because that was not an official hardcore Warlock. It was on Bloodsail. Yeah, and it must have been during like the downturn. It must have been during the downturn of playership on Bloodsail. It's probably why it took 2 hours to find a healer.
need help? Be careful. Light bless you. For the Alliance.
Yeah, I think on the Warlock most deaths are low level. Like you can get overconfident on the Warlock pretty early.
Hello.
I got like a level 7 and a level 11 Warlock killed back in the day, like back to back. Like level 7 Murlocs in the lake, dead. Level 11, was it Trogs and Lochmodan? Dead. Just back to back. Okay, let's get back to Stormwind.
Have a good one.
I'm gonna go AFK while we're in flight. I have to bio. I'll be right back. Promise. We have mail. That must be the potions that I sent myself from the bank alt. Grab those also. And wait. We have a quest to turn in, yeah, to this guy out here. General Marcus Jonathan. Let's do that. Before we jump on the tram. I could have just put myself on a flight to Ironforge, I guess, but the tram's a little bit faster. And we had to stop here anyway. Boom. There we go. I don't have any Troll's Blood. Maybe I should buy some. Let's pop into the auction house. Well, if it's really cheap, we'll buy it. We have a weird view. Okay. Alright. We're fine. Everything's fine here. That's not bad. I'll just buy a few. It's not bad. Yeah, Alex, if you have low-level ones, you could always send them to me. Luckily, I have a bunch of these ones. But I'll just buy some Troll's Blood because they're pretty cheap. I won't buy too many. I'll just grab 2 of them for now. That's the only one that I didn't have stockpiled on my bank alt. And I also need to make some more buff food at some point. Spiced wolf meat. I need a fire. I need a fire. Sometimes people have fires. Oh, here we go. Yep, right here. Let's do that. It's not going to get us very far. It's better than nothing. And we'll run out here to talk to this guy. And then we have to stop in the Dwarven District on the way to the tram to train blacksmithing. I think maybe mining too. No, mining we're good. Just blacksmithing. First aid we're good. Cooking we're good.
King's honor, friend. Go with honor, friend. Be careful.
Oh, Tome of Divinity. Let's turn this one in. Yeah, I almost completely missed this. It's gonna lead to another quest where we have to go find a dude and heal him or res him or something, I think. But maybe I should turn it in now. While I'm actually here and thinking about it. We have a couple of things here. We could grab Humble Beginnings, but I'm tempted to wait because we're gonna fill up our quest log pretty quickly doing that. Dylan, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. We'll come back this way. This must be the, yeah, Elmore's task and Stormpike's delivery. We'll be coming back this way. Marson, thanks for saying so. Thanks for being here. Lael, good afternoon, man. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here.
Light be with you. Go with honor, friend. For the Alliance.
Alright, so that one... What happened to it? Or was that it? What did he give us? Oh, he gave us a quest item. Okay. Okay, now talk to him again.
Light bless you.
Search the trade district for Stephanie Turner. This is not the quest that I thought it was going to be. Is this for my res? Is that what I'm doing right now? Like, cause I don't... I don't really need a res, you know? I guess it's nice for the XP. Let's go talk to her really quick while we're here, I guess. And we'll see. I remember one where I take an apple from a table in a building. Like in Elwyn Forest. I don't know if that was a Paladin quest or something else that I'm thinking about. It's like a big melon-sized apple sitting on some lady's table. And we just walk up and steal it. Doesn't seem like a very Paladin-esque thing to do now that I think about it. Maybe it was for something else. That's for the Seal of Rin, okay. Okay, not a Pally specific quest, or is that a Pally quest?
Hello. See you around. Safe travels.
What did she... I should have read that one. What did she want me to do? Linen cloth. Oh, dang. Okay. Of course, like, I just made all my linen cloth into bandages. I'm gonna go buy some linen cloth really quick, and we'll get this one done. It probably has a follow-up. I don't know why when I type in linen cloth, why is it that bolts are the first thing that shows up? Like, that's not right. I don't want bolts. I want actual linen cloth. There we go, we fixed it. It needed quotation marks around it so it knew that we were serious. Let's grab you for 2 silver. There we go.
How are you? See you around. Have a good one. Safe travels.
Go back to the same guy. Alright, so just a lot of running back and forth for this one.
Alliance. Go with honor, friend.
It is the dead dwarf out on the island.
You got my attention.
It is the dead dwarf.
Safe travels.
Okay, we're not going to do that right now. We'll do that at some point. But it's for res, right? I don't really need res. It would be nice to have the XP, I guess. Alright, on that note, let's head over to the Dwarven District. We have a couple of turn-ins, and we will learn the next rank of Blacksmithing. And then we'll jump a ride on the tram.
What's on your mind? Be good. Well met. See you soon. What can I do for you? Safe travels.
What's on your mind? Off with you.
David, greetings from Michigan. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you checking out the stream. Alex, I should sell the lower level healing pots? Or send them? I'll send them to you. That's your druid, right? Yeah. I'll fire them over to you so you can make the next rank of them. We just missed the tram. Very sad. All you do is craft on that druid, right? You don't. Are you actually leveling that druid, or do you just do crafting on him? You said he almost died 3 times in the wetlands. I'm assuming even to do crafting, you have to level them to a certain point. You think they'd have vendors in the tram station? Yeah, you'd think that they could have a vendor. Maybe eventually they add one, I don't know. I know eventually they added vendors, like vending machines to the Zeppelins, and the Zeppelins are another good place where you're standing around, and sometimes it'd be good just to have a vendor. You can vendor your junk. They should at least have tram music. I don't know why they don't. You're trying to get it to 35 where you can train alchemy past 225. 35 is a pretty high level in hardcore just for a crafting tune, I have to say it. That'd be awesome if you can do it though, because then you'd be all set for like any future alts. Let me hit up this mailbox while I'm actually thinking about this. That would be the smart thing to do. There you go. Alright, guys. I would love to play more, but I have to be going. I do have a hard stop coming up. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be back on tomorrow. I would like to be. It's going to be determined by how early I can wake up to get some other stuff done. So if I can get up kind of early, then I would like to be back tomorrow, back on this character. We didn't quite meet our goal. I wanted to equip the Protector Axe today. We got 2.5 bubbles to go. We did not quite get there. So I would like to be back on tomorrow so we can do that. And then Monday we're jumping back onto the Hunter at level 41 to make some progress there. So I hope to see you guys then. As always, take care of yourselves out in the real world and take care of each other. And we will see you back in Azeroth again very soon. Bye for now.